Hi and welcome to this video. In this video we will talk about the free layered architecture. Let's just begin from the top and let's talk about the presentation layer. The presentation layer is the topmost layer. It is the user interface of the application. So this is where the components that the user interact with is living. So this is the visual parts of the application that are present to the user. So it includes everything that the user interacts with, such as forms, buttons and menu and so on. The presentation layer also manages user input, validated and passes the processed data to the application for further processing. Okay, so the application layer that the presentation layer can process to is this layer here. So in this layer we have all the business logic of our application. So that is our core functionalities for the application. The layer implements the business rules, algorithms, calculations, and so on. But it also a middleware between the presentation layer and the data access layer. I will talk about data access layer in a moment. But it is a middleware between these two. So sometimes this layer is simply just processing something and send it directly to the next layer or back to the previous layer. Then we have data access layer. The data access layer taking care of communicating with our external storage systems. That could be a file, that could be some kind of a database. So it knows how to connect to these files or databases to receive data from the external data source. It is also translating data that is received from these data sources so that it is understandable for our application layer. So let's have a look at how the data travels between these three layers here. So as you can see, I have drawn an arrow here that points from the presentation layer to the application layer. But I have also drawn another one that is pointing directly from the application layer and down to the access layer. But when we receive something from the data access layer, it is okay. Oops, that was not the correct one. It is okay for the data access layer to bring back some bring back all the data from the data access layer to the application layer. And the same for the application layer. It is okay whatever it is doing. If it is doing some kind of calculation and something, it is also okay that the application layer is sending something back to our presentation layer. So this is not only one direction, it is two directed. So when you communicate from the presentation layer to the application layer, it is okay for the application layer to return something to the presentation layer. And the same for application and the data access layer. The last thing we should talk about is this business entities. And business entities is real-world objects that can be accessed from all three layers. This will typically be content from databases or local stored stages of the system or something like that. And then it is normal that there is a relation between entities. So that is okay. Okay, so just to recap, we have 3 layers here, and the presentation layer is the graphical user interface that the user interacts with. Then we have the application layer, and the application layer is where we have all our business logic. It is where all the core functionalities of our application lives. And then we have the data access that knows how to connect to some kind of data source, whether or not it is a database or file or whatever it could be. So, and then we have the business entities that can be accessed from all 3 layers. And this will be real world objects that could contain, for instance, content from a database. Thank you for watching.